Okay, let me put these pieces back in the bag before I lose them.
All right, today we're going to install the flywheel and the bell housing so we can dial in and make sure the center of the bell housing is true to the crankshaft. I've already got the pilot bushing in. I've got my ARP bolts. Got them. Got the lube to put under the heads. Got Loctite for the threads. And a torque wrench. There's my torque wrench. Lock it in place and set up. And here's our lubricant. You put this under the heads so there's no binding. You can tighten it up. Then you Loctite the threads. Trying not to make a mess. There's a great opportunity to squirt this stuff all over everything. Okay. Just get this started in. Okay. When I'm have this installed, then I'm going to clean this face off with Scotch-Brite, synthetic steel wool, and wipe it off with some gun wash or something, just to make sure I get that all cleaned up. I don't want to contaminate the clutch when you get it put on there. But for now, I'm just trying to get this on. I don't like that. I'll have to be a little more refined putting on my Loctite. Okay, that is torqued up. 85 pounds. So then, we got to slip the bell housing on. So I'm going to throw a couple bolts to hold that in. I'm not sure. I want to tighten these up because we have to get an accurate measurement as we turn this around. Okay, I was hoping to do this by prying on the flywheel through the opening, but I can't. Yeah, we'll see if I can get there. I may have to put a wrench on the crankshaft, which I didn't want to do. Okay. Far out. does have another one up here. Probably unnecessary, but I'm gonna do it just the same. Turn the magnet on. Yeah, this is going to be a fun one. Where is my dial meter? This is always such a bear to make room for this to work. Takes me longer to get the dial meter set up than it does to actually get my readings. Okay, we're dialing in. So far I've only had 3 thou total deflection in half a turn. Not deflection, but variance. So I keep turning it over by hand using the flywheel and a pry bar, hoping it doesn't move more than a total of 10 thou variance, 5 thou side to side. And this is probably the best one I've done. We're at 4, and I do my handy little drawing. Plus 4, so we're out 2 thou one way or the other, and we're halfway around. We're over halfway. So my fingers are crossed. This is going extremely well. The magnet is sitting on the end on the flywheel. We turn it around, the dial indicator is on the bell housing opening that centers the transmission on the crankshaft. If this was out by, a bunch, we wouldn't be straight in line and we'd take out the bearings in the transmission. So far this is going exceedingly well. And maybe it's because I don't have any help. It's so peaceful. Let's see where we're at. We're still 4. That's really good. Yeah. So I have a quarter turner less left. So that means I can mount this transmission without putting in offset dowels. So just under 4. So by the time I get back to here is 0. So that means our greatest is 2 thou. Like if we had moved it 2 thou, it would be exactly 0 all the way around. So I'm pretty happy with that. Exceedingly happy with that. So I'll stop about here and I'll have my number. Hey. Beauty. Beauty.
What you doing?
I'm just dialing it in. It seemed to be within 4 thou, but I'm worried that my dial indicator, because it's not the right one.
Isn't that?
Well, I spent 30 minutes trying to find a way to make it work. It's too big. So I'm just double checking now.
They didn't. I tried to get some offset dowels. They didn't have any. But if we don't need any, then we're good.
No, we should have a couple here from the last job.
No, we had the 40 thou ones.
Yeah, but we had all 3 because we weren't sure what we were going to find.
Yeah, I'm sure we know exactly where they are. But it should come back to 0, right?
It should.
Okay, because you're -3 right now. -3. -2. Okay, if you go a little more, it's where you started. You're almost right back to it, Blair. Okay, somewhere there you're at 1, -1, so I think that's where you started, wasn't it?
Yep.
Okay. You're off by 1 foul from where you started. Hey guys, we're just gonna try and see if we can't get this alternator setup going. Okay. 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 Does it line up?
I think you could argue that it. Yeah, it does.
Okay.
But it's hitting here.
No, it's not. It's close, but it's
Okay, and what's wrong with the holes? Too
They're-
big a circle, too small a circle?
too small a circle. I ain't drilling them out.
No, I wouldn't want to.
No. So, yeah, because then this bracket's gonna fit in the same place. So this will clear. The alternator, it should be in the same place because it mounts on the back side of this. It just depends on the spacer, right? So that shouldn't change anything, right? Or, oh yeah, it will. This won't fit. This won't fit with that pulley. Oh yeah, well, yeah, it'll just fit.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's got to go that way still.
What?
Well, I'm looking at the bolt. It's still got to go that way to get the bolt through the center of it.
Like, just for sakes. So, okay, well, let me try and put everything else in and then we'll see.
Okay.
I know we can find a pulley somewhere, Blair.
Okay.
No matter what. Okay. Let me phone Mopac. Fuck, they're just a little more on the ball. You know what I mean? So, but the pulley they gave us lines up with the outside. We need it to line up with the inside. So they sent us another one, but it's a 7-inch across, so it hits the mount, and it's the wrong bolt pattern. For the...
If it's the wrong bolt pattern, water pump is what the difference is.
Yes.
You've got a long water pump in this thing, right?
That's-
Inches it measures?
Yes, we've got a long water
How
pump.
many grooves do you want on this thing?
Just one.
Just one?
We're only running water pump and alternator. It's manual steering, no air conditioning. It's,
Okay, and you want an aluminum or chrome steel or?
well, we got chrome steel. It's got chrome valve covers, aluminum heads. I just want something that's going to bolt on the motor and fit.
Yeah, if it's the wrong bolt pattern, they probably sold, and the offset's wrong, they probably sold you a short water pump.
Well, they did, because I told them we had a long water pump, so I looked, oh yeah, and it's too big, like it can't be 7-inch pulley, it's gotta be 6 or it hits the bracket. Those, the alternator.
I have chrome steel, single groove for a long pump, water pump pulley, 6.3 inches outside diameter.
Okay, yep, and it's 2 3/4 inches deep,
It doesn't give me the depth, but that's probably about right, yeah.
right? Because the one they gave us was like 2 inches deep, and it lines up with the outside, with the alternator, and everything else lines up with the inside pulley, because if you're only running one pulley, it should be on the inside.
Yep.
Okay, well, send it up. We'll see if it works.
Okay, one single pulley for long, short, or long pump, single
Yep.
groove, done. I'll send it up.
Okay, yeah, but if you could just check the depth, because it's got to be like, from the inside to the top of the groove, it's got to be about 2 3/4 inches.
2 3/4, I'll go grab it.
Okay.
All right, I'll call you.
Okay, thanks, man.
There's nothing to fit to it, we were both them on, right?
Okay, what do we here? Oh, it's pretty.
You might need, maybe it needs to be that way, but.
Well, how's that look for lined up?
No, it's gotta come way out at this end. Well, that end's gotta go in,
Which end has to go in?
the other side. This side is too far forward, I would say.
Well, it ain't moving.
Well, unless you grind something off. But look at it here, it's pointing over towards her.
Oh, mind you, it's not. How's that?
Well, it's still not.
Do you got a
It's-
ruler?
It's not far off, but
No.
it's not right.
Well, it's the only place it's gonna go with this mount. Okay.
Well, this bolt is bent. It's not true.
No, it is. It's brand new.
Well, yeah, but it's not tight.
Hang on. Let's just hold that.
David,
Let's tighten this up.
Okay.
Hold this for a sec, will you? And just. Okay. Yeah, let's just snug this up where it's going. Well, that ain't moving. Like, I mean,
No, unless you grind it.
yeah, but.
And that's the kind of stuff you have to do.
Okay.
Okay, so. Let me see that pipe. Wow.
I mean, it's really close. Isn't it?
Well, I mean, if it was like this, it might line up, but then the bolt's gonna miss the head.
How
Right?
close
It's
are we?
way off. You're half a bolt hole. I would want it right there. And that's half a hole.
Half a hole.
So when you put it in there, so,
Here, I want me to. That's not cross-threaded, is it?
it's aluminum, so be careful. But anyhow, that's not,
Hang on.
yeah, that's just, we
I
would
don't want
have
to
to,
cross.
we'd
I
have
don't
to
think
hug-
it's
well,
cross-threaded.
don't go too far, it's
No.
all aluminum.
Okay.
So, okay, there, it's tight, but I would want to hog that hole out and move this one inboard so it lines up in the same plane as the front.
But if you move that inboard, then that's gonna, yeah, I guess it'll move that over.
Okay, so the other thing is if you ground this, so this end stuck out farther
You mean if we grind this?
at an angle.
Yeah.
No, grind the aluminum at an angle Look, you stand over there and you look. In fact, look right from there. See that? So you can see.
Now it's nowhere
It's
near.
shooting, right.
Yeah.
So when you pull it up where it's probably going to sit, it's doing the same thing. It's not in the right plane.
It should be coming.
It's coming forward towards
I
Cassidy.
mean, it should be right here.
Yeah, but
where-
still.
Yeah, I'm just saying it should be in that far to line up.
Yeah, but this is at an angle. If it was, so if this was in, a 1/4 inch, then it might be in far enough that that would line up.
But it's not.
But maybe this side should
but
come
it doesn't
out.
line up here. Does it line up with the outside one now? Is that where it's
No,
lined?
it's just way crooked. So let me loosen this and show you. Okay, now are we getting any closer?
See, I think it wants to
It's
line.
just this hole here's got to be in. Or that hole there has to be further out.
But it's not gonna line up with the inside, it's gonna line up with the outside now.
No.
Yeah. It's lining up with the outside.
Because
pulley.
I've loosened this.
Yeah,
Okay?
but even, okay, tighten it back up.
See how much that moves it back?
Oh, yeah.
Right? So it lines up with the inside one. This hole's in the wrong place or else this hole's in the wrong place.
Yeah.
So either grind it.
Okay, I'm thinking it's gotta fit right there, so we're gonna have to space it on both ends.
Well, you would have to grind this
Yeah,
so it can tip out. Because this end has to come farther forward.
where's our T-square? You got a T-square?
No, we should. See. So that looks pretty good.
What?
Well, the front of
Yeah.
the bracket
Yeah,
is true.
okay, now lay it on here.
That's a pretty small surface.
I know.
And that isn't. You can see.
Yeah, it's pointing out that
So
way,
either
kid.
this end would have to come in or that
Yeah.
end would have to go out.
Well, that end can't go out because of
Exactly.
the bolt hole.
Exactly. So you could take that chrome bracket, make a bracket, and move the holes wherever you need them. You can't really dick with the billet. You can't even bend the billet.
No,
So that chrome one, that's what I was suggesting to just bend it.
yeah, because there's no way nothing's gonna line up with that inner one now. The water pump's gotta be with the outer one too.
Oh, you're gonna use the outer one now?
Well, look, you come
Look,
here,
man,
Mike.
what do you want? You can use whichever one you want. Can you get a pulley for the water pump that lines up with the inner?
Well, we're gonna wait, now we're gonna have to wait and see.
Okay, then we'll waste our
Yeah,
time.
yeah, okay, just
So
leave
what
it.
you're gonna do is get something that lines up for your water pump,
Pump,
and we're
and
gonna
then
put
we're-
this wherever the hell we have to.
Then we're gonna measure a belt and line
And
it
if
up.
we gotta
Yeah.
cut 3/8 flat
Yeah.
bar, whatever.
Yeah.
We'll make something work.
Yeah, because right now to line up on the inside, we gotta space it both spots.
And this is not bendable, spaceable, nothing.
No, yeah, because if it comes here, it's right in the middle. Unless
Well, it's a different angle.
it's just really hard for me to see it. But when I close one, when I open both eyes, but if you close one eye and line it up, it looks like, yeah, here, actually, put it sideways off the front of that pulley, Blair, up to this one. Where does it go? You know, then you can see. See, that's lined up with the, I guess it's lined
It's
up,
lined up with one point,
with the inside one.
and now it's not lined up with this side,
No.
right?
But if we go there, it's lined up with the inside.
Okay, but I'm
one.
not touching the top of the crank. See, I'm off the crank.
Yeah.
I'm on the crank, and I've got a 3/16 space. And I'm on the crank, and I have maybe a 1/4 inch.
Okay, so
Similar.
if it goes there, then that's the outside of both
No,
pulleys.
no, we're checking the plane this way. We need to be lined up across here.
Yeah, but I mean, shouldn't all these planes be on the same plane? Because the motor's
Sure,
leaning
but
back.
this wasn't far enough ahead. All I was saying is,
Yep.
when you held it in a certain position, it was square.
Yeah.
But we can't bring it out and line up with the pulleys and make it square. Unless we change stuff.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll see when the pulley shows up, then we're gonna start with it.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
So we'll make that work,
Yeah.
and then we get some flat bar, we'll take the existing brackets
Yeah,
and
bend them.
manipulate them until
Yeah.
it's perfect.
Okay, so where does this other one, where does this piece go then? Where does
That
that
must go from here to here. That's probably
Oh, so it must go at the back.
from here to here.
It goes from here to here. Yeah, okay, hang on, that makes sense.
Could go in front.
No,
It's
it
not
can't go in
threaded,
front.
right?
Can't go in front,
Why?
because it's not,
No spacers?
well, no, because,
Well, if this was in the right place, it might.
yeah, but I mean,
I don't know.
it'll go right there, Blair.
Sure, wonderful.
Well, you know what, I'm pretty sure, because you've got adjustment.
Sure.
Right, yeah. And that's where it lines up. Pretty close, right?
Yep. I mean, it doesn't matter which way it
No,
goes,
yeah.
but then you're gonna have to put the bolt in from the other end. That's no big deal.
Yeah, yeah, from this side, but there's no bracket there, so, okay, so we can use this. I like that. So, oh, that's what the third nut's for. So this, there's the third nut, so that's what, this nut is for this, the one side goes here, and then this is what goes into the, into here, this one.
That's 5/16?
Yeah.
That's quarter inch.
No,
Might be right, eh?
no, yeah. Okay, see,
You
so,
think that's the same?
yep. So this goes, this goes here, this goes here,
Great.
right in there. Yeah, that's the same, yeah. Okay, let me put these pieces back in the bag before I lose them.
And your spacer's up there. We're
What?
we're gonna need the spacer sitting on top of the
Yeah,
intake
yeah.
behind the thermostat house.
The top of the intake. Okay, yes. Okay.